All right, welcome back to another day in the markets. We're going to see what type of price action we got going on today. I already got on here and I marked out Asian session high. Up here we have just another drawn liquidity that I could definitely see us targeting today. Down here I got Asian session lows. I'm not quite sure if I feel bullish or bearish for the day, to be honest. I do feel more bullish. I think we have relatively equal highs up here, and that we would want to come up here and take out some of this liquidity. Here we got a zone, a supply zone, where buyers really did come in and take that market upwards. I mean, we could hit some of these, take out liquidity there, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think this little dip back into this to fill some of the orders in here in this zone was this move, and I think now we're going to make a move to the upside. We'll see what happens in the next. This might also be manipulation to the downside. We could have this grab liquidity one more time, considering we have multiple touches here. So this might just be a fake out at 9:30, and then we'll make a push downwards. I'm kind of ready for either or today, depending on what the market wants to do. Let's look at the S&P. I'm going to keep an eye on these buys here. Let's go rectangle. Order block right there. I just don't like that we didn't target these lows. That's the only thing that I would have liked to see liquidity be swept down here. This is kind of what I thought was going to happen. I thought it might have been a wick up. We might be targeting these lows today. I just need to see... I need to see a break here. Break a structure. Or a new trend being formed. I either have like a clean break of this point right here, because we have high, low, but or we can kind of make a lower low, lower highs trend here for it to be valid for me. We have this 1 minute fair value gap here. We'll see how we might react off of it and buy. We'll see what happens here. We'll wait 1 more minute to see if we have an SMT divergence between these 2 points on any other of the charts. Man, yep, this might be a buy. We might be buying today, guys. I've noticed in my psychology, not in my psychology, but in my trading plan, I tend to go for sells more than buys. I don't know what that is. If I just feel more comfortable in the market going down than it going up. Like, just like, oh, there's no way it keeps going up type of thing. Obviously, that's not true, but I definitely have a... Okay, so it seems like we're lagging a little bit on the S&P. We have the NASDAQ. We do have higher highs here. On the S&P, we have relatively equal highs. If we do buy here, I'm thinking about going very low risk, but target those highs all the way up there. And if we inverse this fair value gap, I really don't want to look for sells in this market, though. That's the thing. I feel very bullish. We have a very nice trend already formed. I would say at 9:30, 10, we tend to see a reversal of whatever trend. It could be a continuation trend, though, so I'm definitely keeping my eyes open for that. I don't know what that is. I just had to end my stream and restart it because it was just bugging out there. Okay, we have a nice downtrend being formed here. If we can close below this one, I'll be looking for sells because we would have just invalidated this fair value. I think we might have actually on this candle right here. But we'll see. I would like to see just a little more push downwards there. Target these lows here. Definitely feeling a little more patient today than the other days. I felt very clear about the entry here today. I'm feeling just a little more like I should just wait and see what happens. I know we saw all the breaks we wanted on the 1 minute, but it was definitely my computer kind of just messing up there, and definitely definitely caused me to mess up this entry. I know we got that 1 minute shift to structure, and I know we have these lows here. So I definitely think we could have a reversal. But I kind of knew like it definitely wants to come up here and target these highs. Um, we could like I still think it's possible that we get a reversal, but it's not looking too great. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why my computer was just bugging out there on that doing that, so I wasn't able to like it was definitely threw me off a little bit there. I mean, still gotta be a little stronger mentally, but this entry was not the best. It's one of those entries that like if we do hit take profit, it'll be like, man, that was a little almost like a little lucky, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like, oh man, you know, like that was but we'll see how this plays out for us. If we could get a break of structure here, that would be pretty great. Not what I expected. Oh my goodness, we're cooking. I entered just kind of off of I entered off a break of structure on the 1 minute and an SMT, but man, I was kind of definitely had a bullish bias. So I kind of went against my bias, but if this works, it's like usually in the market, if you enter something rushed or you don't do like you don't you lose. So if we win this trade, I'm actually gonna be a little shocked, a little grateful. I'll definitely be grateful. I mean, the market usually doesn't work out this way, but um, that would be great. Oh man, what a morning. That was definitely not stressful at all. Okay, got a little 1 minute retracement. Let's see what we want to do here. We now have a wonderful fair value gap right here on the 1 minute. We'll see if we want to test it or if we're just going to keep this momentum to the downside. I'm watching this 5 minute candle close. If we can close just anywhere but not all the way up here, then I think that's looking really good. There we go. We rejected off the EMA. Not really ideal, but every time we're under it, we seem to want to sell. Every time we're above it, we definitely want to be taking buys. So we'll see if, I mean, we're below it here on the 1 minute. But obviously that's a lot more, volatile. All right, I'm setting my stops. I'm not trying to lose. I went in with a little more risk as well because I didn't have time. I thought I missed the move. Because it's near the end of the week. This is actually strategic. I'm not just trying to moving my stops now. If this fair value gap gets invalidated, then we would have lost the trade. And I'm not willing to risk, a chunk of my profits from yesterday. So I'm gonna do 75 there. I don't qualify that as moving my. I guess technically I moved my stop loss, but technically this is where my stop loss was supposed to be, as far as the risk I was willing to risk today. So now I feel a lot better. Now I actually feel like I can let this trade. When I was up there, I just wasn't willing to risk. Like yesterday when I had that risk, I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm willing to risk that. But today it's just like I wasn't willing to risk that. So it was definitely affecting me a little bit. This though feels great. I'm okay with this. Yeah, that's not good. Yep, we're gonna get stopped out for sure. For sure. We needed a pretty clean rejection of that. Yep, there it is. Boom, and we're done for the day. Well, took a little loss there. I mean, I know I moved but I'm okay with risking that. I did not feel good about this entry. I did not feel good about the trade. Weird price action because we got the break we wanted right here. I think the better entry, as I was saying, I should have been a little more patient today. I should have waited for literally this pullback. Like I should have seen this fair value gap get made. Instead of entering over, I think I entered like over here. I should have waited for this pullback up here, a push, and then a pullback into this. And if we reject, then I would take the sell. That's already something I'm seeing I should have done differently. Just because today I felt like I needed to wait for more confirmation of the move. Man, this might actually go right down. Wow, we'll see. I know I should have waited for more confirmation of the move, and my entry should have been a little better. So if I entered off right here for a sell, that would have been the ideal sell because we would have already gotten a break of structure on the 5. We would have gotten a break of structure on the 1. All right, so we're doing a little bit of a trade recap right now. Staying away from the charts, just not looking at them, and I'm going to just break down. This is pretty much like right. I already edited the first part of the video, the trade part, and now I'm just kind of doing the recap. I'm just gonna get it out of the way now. I already wrote down kind of the things that I learned and the things I could have done better. Things I could have done better. First off is that my mental was not good. That was like the main thing. Literally in rewatching the video, I was saying, be patient. Today I'm going to be patient. Today I'm going to like wait for like the entry I want to see, and I'm not going to enter rushed, and I want to see more confirmation. And I definitely was rushed. And the biggest thing that would have stopped me from entering that position would have been my trading plan, which is that I can't enter before 950, and that is something that I'm going to, that's like the biggest thing I'm going to take from today. I'm going to take that and run with it, because it's like, yes, the market didn't go in the direction that I wanted it to, and that is inevitable. Like, sometimes that's going to happen, whether I have a perfect entry or not. That's going to happen. But in those losses, there's things that I still can control, and there's things that I'm still accountable for. The markets, yeah, I could enter perfectly. I could enter after 950. I could enter off perfect confluences. I could enter off perfect shift to structure, SMTs, whatever, and still get stopped out. Those losses I'm okay with taking because I didn't do anything that I shouldn't have done. But I guess in those losses, or even in the wins, like, what are the things that I personally can affect and can have, like, you know what I'm trying to say, the things that I can control. And for me today, it was not entering before 950. That was the biggest thing that I did today that definitely kind of just messed everything up. I wrote, don't do it again. And then I noticed that we would have gotten stopped out even if I didn't move my stop loss, which I'm so glad I did. Not because I was being, fearful, but because I wanted, that was the amount of risk I was willing to risk. And I have a plan for growing this account, and that would have gone against that plan. But we did keep going up, and we actually ended up wiping out London session highs. I didn't realize that first take profit that I actually can show you right now. This right here. Wait, actually, my screen isn't being shared. Well, screenshot right here. Boom, there it is. We took out London session highs, and very choppy price action. Probably just shouldn't have even traded today. I mean, I think if I waited till the time I was supposed to trade, and also just so much news coming out today, but it's like not very high impact. It's like a bunch of like medium impact news, but I think that's kind of affecting the market. So probably just shouldn't have traded today. I felt like, I just had a feeling like going into the markets, I was like, it's not I don't like how it's moving, and I should have listened to that gut feeling. So don't enter at 950. The mental is bad because I didn't enter at 950, and because, dude, that whole video, my computer kept crapping out. Like, I was recording, and then it would cut to black, and stuff would start, like, the whole screen would get choppy. I was hoping that you'd be able to see it in the video, but as far as the recording side of things, like, literally my whole screen was, like, shaking, and nothing was clicking. I had to close Chrome 3 different times in recording that video. But from, like, your perspective of it, it just, like, I just cut it out because it just cut to black. Like, it just cut to black from your perspective, where my perspective, my screen was kind of freaking out. I don't know why it did that. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. But that definitely also affected my mental. And I just kind of, you're like, oh, stuff's not going right, and then you get in a bad position. So, very easy things to fix, and I didn't take a huge loss for learning. You know what I mean? It's like I kind of learned a lesson, and it was almost like value. It was like worth it to me because I didn't lose too much in that. But I just don't enter. I had a plan. Don't enter before 950, and I did that. And that literally is the reason that I probably would have avoided a loss today, or just not taking a trade if I waited that long. So thanks for watching. I know this was a little bit quick. I like this. I like doing like the recap kind of full screen, and then when I'm in the markets, I'm in the markets. But definitely kind of just a You know, I gotta be honest with myself. It's just kind of just a bit of a crappy day in the market, and it's like not even crappy because I didn't. It's like, let's say it's like, oh, this crappy, and like, oh, I lost 200. I went in with high risk and bad trade, and I hit my stop loss, and I lost a crap ton of money that I wasn't willing to lose. That's like a different type of crappy. This is more of a crappy of like I felt not good about it, and I felt like it wasn't what I should have done today, and how I should have entered the markets today, and kind of just let the markets beat me and beating myself, or not even I let myself beat me today, and so it's kind of like a, it feels like it feels worse than my other $77 loss day. When I lost the 77 in the first video, I did not feel this bad about it. Today I feel a lot worse about it because it was more stuff I feel like I could have controlled, and just had a little bit stronger mental about. So, yeah. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see kind of what market does tomorrow, and yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.